Hey everyone, this is Sean. Just wanted to give the latest tweaks and tips updates that I have for this week. I wanted to apologize too because last week being a holiday week, on top of it, my computer crashed, and it was just a very hectic week. So I didn't get a chance to put out a video last Wednesday. I didn't get a chance to put out one on Sunday because I was out of town because of the holidays. So, but I'm back today, and as long as everything goes smooth between now and Christmas, I guess I don't know what day Christmas runs on, but maybe out of town that weekend too. So it's just the holidays that generally throw my videos off. I want to show you my balance this week. So my balance for today is 667. And I found out last week, because I don't know if you remember on my last video, you'll see where I was using mapping from another broker, but for some reason, I don't know why the mapping, if that's what was causing the problem, but I wasn't getting any trades. The trades weren't coming through. Like it would point out and say trades were happening, but it didn't say like it wouldn't say that they won or anything. And I didn't know if it's because my was so low because I had like $25 in a broker that's just been sitting there. So I decided to give it a try. But when I did do it, like I said, I don't know if that's what was stopping the program from trading on either one of them is because that balance was so low or something weird with that other balance. So I'm not sure what happened there, but as soon as I took that off yesterday, because the I guess it was kind of a good and a bad thing, was because my computer crashed, and when the computer crashed last week, that program or that mapping was going, so I didn't have any trades, and I guess um, Legendary Trader had a bad Friday. I don't know how the rest of the week went, but because my mapping was going, it didn't trade on Friday. So I guess in a way that was good. But even with him having a bad day and he's starting to come back now because you see he's had wins here already. And see, the one thing I've noticed about Legendary Trader is that he bounces back. And if people use my 1%, 2%, 10% as a guideline, so 1%, and I'll even show you here for the people who don't know what I'm talking about. So you want to risk 1%, right? Trade copier. You want to risk under trade size, you want to risk 1% right here. You want 2%, even though it says 200, it's 2% on the martingale, and on stops, you want you want to risk roughly 10% of your balance, and I try to keep up with that. So 10% of that's going to be what, $66. So so I want to get it up to. So what I'll do is I'll take it up to about. Actually, I'll just take it up to 600. Makes it a little easier. So now I'm going to hit save on that because remember, every time you make a change in there, you want to hit save. So now, $60 is roughly my risk, so it won't go below that amount. Uh, uh, because of trades. It won't push it below that amount, which is nice. It's kind of your insurance policy. So just remember 1%, 2%, 10%, roughly 10%. Uh, Dealing with Legendary, because I feel Legendary is a great trader. I don't know anybody who could say he's a horrible trader and he bounces back, but he is a risky trader. So if you can handle that type of risk, that's fine. A couple of interesting things, and I really can't wait to jump into these. I'm going to keep Legendary because I haven't had any real big issues with them, but there's two other brokers in the markets world, or excuse me, the signal push market that they have where you can pick other brokers. Two you really want to keep an eye on, and I might end up trying binary option experts later on down the line. It's really nice. He has $100 maximum, but it's a little pricey, right now for me, but it's $200 per month for the subscription. But it's $100 max per trade. And then when you look at his performance, even though this week wasn't great, for the price, 89% for 9 trades that was for 80% for 5 trades last week, and 100% there. And even though he's not trading a lot, it looks like when he does trade, other than that one right there, that one was a little low, but I'm going to keep an eye on him. He doesn't do a lot of trades, but I'm really going to keep an eye on binary options experts to see how well he does. Another one that you really want to keep an eye on, if you have the money and you can afford this guy looks like just a monster at this stuff. He is huge, but with huge returns. Oh, he actually changed it. Look at that. He changed this recently because this guy had $3,000 here for a $100 trade size, like I don't know, 2, 3 days ago. I don't know. I mean, it was huge. This guy was asking so much money. Now he's brought it down, which that's much, I should say, much more reasonable. It's still a little bit out of my price range, but it's a heck of a lot better than the 3 grand he was asking a few days ago. He just came on, but yeah, look at what this guy does. $8,000 for up to $800 trades. But when you look here, read this guy's information. 12 years experience, and I mean, Signal Push really vets these guys. Before they just throw them in here as providers. But when you look at this guy's performance. And now that he's brought it down to $650, I actually might really try to scrape up some money to sign on for this guy, because look at this guy, 100% that week. Now, this is the downside, is he's only had a live trade 1 week at 100%, but when you go into his beta performance, it'll show beta performance here, 97%, 100% weak, 100%, and that was only, so I'm really going to keep an eye on this guy too. This is another big one you want to keep an eye on, and I have a feeling that when you read about what this guy's doing, and his experience and how what was the part here? He mentions how I guess some people just don't read the charts. Says I read the charts, not silly indicators. So this guy actually, he reads the charts instead of the indicators. Not saying Legendary Trader doesn't do that. I don't know, but the only thing that you have to do with this guy too, or sign up with this guy, is he requires a CTO options account. So, but yeah, I'm really glad he brought that price down, because $3,000 was way out of my range. $650 is still for a month. Yeah, because he had it actually, it was $3,000 for 3 months, so it was $1,000 a month. Now I brought it down to $650 a month for 1 month, and I have a feeling the reason he did that is because he probably wasn't getting too many signups. So I'm sure a lot more of them will be coming now. Let's see. This is, as you can see, this program right here, you're looking at my VPS still running well. I will make sure to leave Wayne's information down below, his email address, because he's the person who set all this up for me, and it's still running like a champ. Got some great things coming down the pipe. So like I said, I've still got some great testing coming. As soon as I have the money, I'll tell you right now what's probably going to happen. I'm probably going to be testing, unless these two guys, Binary Option Expert and Hot Commodities, start doing horribly, I have a feeling I'll be testing them within, probably after the new year. But these two will be tested, and so what'll happen is, for people who have, don't know how this works, because you could have multiple providers. So right now I have Legendary Trader, but then what'll happen is this little logo will jump over here, so I'll have him once I buy his subscription, and this one will jump over here too. So I mean, if all three of these guys are hitting consistently, and I have my 1 to 10 set up for Legendary, and I don't know how I would adjust it for these guys. If they do consistently well, I might give them a little bit of leeway, a little bit more leeway than I do Legendary. But then you've got 3 great traders who are trading out of your account and giving you a really good return. Just see, I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, I'm trying to still get the number of subscribers up to 50. So please tell other people about this. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Subscribe, like, leave comments. Just say hi, Happy New Year. I'd return the hi, Happy New Year back to you. And we'll go from there next week. I will be putting my next video out on Saturday, Sunday. So, but yeah, between now and then, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. All right, we will talk to you soon.